All right, so in order to get started on our Great Gatsby character analysis essay, what we need to do is we need to go back and review a concept that we learned at the very beginning of the year. I'm talking week 1. So we are going to start by drawing a pitchfork on our paper, and we are going to make a statement that is true for these 3 reasons. So we're going to start with something easy like I like the beach. Okay, and most people like it because of warm sun, because of crystal blue water, and because of white sand. Okay, so from there we have to turn it into a complete sentence. So, I like the beach, and we said this is where we start using the word because it has warm sun, comma, crystal blue water, comma, and white sand. Okay? Alright, so now that we have a general statement, let's go ahead and move into one with a truism, which, remember, a truism statement is a statement that is typically true for most people. So, just for an example, everyone is creative in their own way. Okay, and I think that this is true because we have different interests. We have things that we're passionate about. And different perspectives. Okay, so then we make it into a complete sentence. So everyone is creative in their own way because we have different perspectives, interests, different perspectives, and we have different things we feel passionate about. Okay, so we've practiced on a regular statement, on a truism statement, and now we're going to look at the prompt page. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to choose any character from the novel The Great Gatsby. Now, none of the characters' names are available on this page, so you need to think about them, and then from there, you're going to pick 3 things from this or your yellow and white foldable that we did in class on Thursday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my example, because you know that I have to do that for me to feel comfortable. So I'm going to put George Wilson as the character that I want to choose. Okay, then I need to pick 3 things from this list or my foldable that are about George Wilson. So I'm going to put that he's dealt with betrayal, and he's had to deal with jealousy, and Dr. T.J. Eckleburg, which, if you remember from your foldable, we said that George Wilson used the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckleburg, which is a billboard, as the eyes of God. Okay, so I have my character and these three things, and from there, I'm going to create a pitchfork. So, in your writer's notebook, you're going to write a pitchfork, and I'm going to start with a general statement about my character. So, George Wilson. Now, the rest of this handle, wherein I'm writing this, if you like the handle part, you can view it as a sentence stem. That's okay. So, George Wilson was a vital, or let's do it instead of vital, was an important character within the novel, and I'm going to put the novel's name, The Great Gatsby. And instead of using the regular because, like, that's implied, we're going to put because here he demonstrates. Because I don't want to have to write he demonstrates here, here, and here. So I'm just going to write it one time. Demonstrates. And then remember I had Dr. T.J. Eckleburg. Now, if I were to hand this to someone who had never read this book and who didn't know that much about this book, then if I were to just simply say Dr. T.J. Eckleburg, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm going to take it just a step further and say he has a belief in a higher power. Just remember, he believes that that's God. And then give a little bit of an expansion on betrayal. And put the way a person acts when betrayed. And the role of jealousy within the lives of married people in the novel. Okay, so then I'm going to move this into a complete sentence in order to create my thesis statement. Okay, so put thesis statement. We go George Wilson was an important character within the novel The Great Gatsby. Because he demonstrates a belief in a higher power, the way a person acts X when betrayed and the role of jealousy within the lives of married people. Okay, so I now have a thesis statement. So from here, I need to go find a quote for each of these three things. Okay, now you're going to need to go to Google Classroom. You're going to need to create your pitchfork for your character and then your thesis statement, and then right after you're done, you can hit play again, and we're going to go to Google Classroom and look at a couple of things that are available in Google Classroom. Okay, so we're in Google Classroom, and we're going to scroll all the way down to here. This is the Great Gatsby full text. So if you click there, you're going to see the novel in its entirety. Okay, so that's pretty helpful. And then if you go back to Google Classroom, you go to the very top, you'll notice that I have chapter divisions by character and scene. So the first table that will be available is going to tell you all of the characters from each of the chapters that are there. The second table is going to tell you what's going on in that scene. So hopefully this will help you as you find your quotes for each of the three things that are you're talking about with your character. Make sure when you are finding those quotes that you are finding the page numbers, because without those page numbers, you will not easily be able to do internal citation. Okay, so save yourself some time and get those page numbers now. Okay, so you're ready to complete the first part of your essay for the character analysis. When you come in on Monday, you're going to need your thesis statement and the pitchfork, as well as the three quotes from the novel that are talking about your character. Okay, so good luck, and I'll see you Monday.